It's cooking with Carlson. Today 30-something.
Okay, so today we decided we needed some chocolates. So we found a recipe called Lunch Lady Brownies, and I remember the brownies I used to have at the school cafeteria.
How do you still have memory like that?
When I was in elementary school, so I'm hoping that these taste just like those. Okay, so you're only going to need a few simple ingredients for this. You need 1 cup of butter melted, half of a cup of cocoa, 2 cups of flour, 2 cups of sugar, 4 eggs, and a half of a tablespoon of vanilla.
My hands are ready for the eggs.
Yeah.
Feel the yolk.
So I'm slightly nervous about this because this is a recipe that does not have salt or baking soda or any of those things in it.
Might be a little bit.
Anyway, okay, so we're going to add a half of a cup of cocoa to our bowl. You might want to mash up some of the clumps of cocoa bits if you have that in your cocoa. Sometimes that gets kind of clumpy. If you smash that down before you add your butter, that will help the mixing process a little bit. Okay, so we'll take our 1 cup of butter. That's equivalent to 2 sticks of butter. So this is pretty melted. We're just going to dump that into our cocoa. And we will beat this up with our hand mixer just until that is all combined. It won't take very long at all. Oops, probably should put the beater in.
That beater is not a mixer.
Huh?
That beater is not a mixer.
Right. Well, maybe if I can get it in.
That's technical difficulties here. Please stand by.
This won't go in. Oh, there we go. Okay, so now we're just going to mix this up. Alright. So that's all there is to that. Now you have what looks like chocolate butter.
Yeah.
Ew, that's pretty good. Okay, so now we're going to add
It does look like chocolate.
our flour and our sugar.
Can I add some of the? Can I add those in?
Yeah. So we'll put, here's 1 cup.
It just smells like chocolate.
Well, there's a lot of cocoa in it. And 2 cups. There's a lot of sugar in this, but we need a good sweet treat sometimes, huh?
Yeah, you do. I'm covering it. I'm covering the chocolate. Now it's just Antarctica.
All right, then we need 2 cups of sugar.
Oh yes, the sugar.
This is a half cup
Sugar,
measuring.
spice, and everything nice.
There's half, 1,
I want to add.
1 and a half,
Yep, it's Antarctica.
and 2.
Looks like it's running out of sugar.
Okay, go ahead and dump that in.
Ooh.
Okay.
That.
Now we're going to mix this up again. This is the second step of our mixing.
Oh!
Little flour dust. Alright, this is going to be very, very thick. We don't have a lot of moisture in here yet. We just added 4 cups of dry ingredients.
It looks like taco meat.
It kind of does. It really kind of does. You're right. Okay, so Rachel thinks this looks like taco meat. It kind of does.
Yes, minus this little bit lighter.
Okay, all right, now we need to add 4 eggs.
Egg. I forgot the egg now.
Okay, so Rachel's going to start cracking eggs into our measuring cup here.
It still has flour.
You do a couple and I'll do a couple.
It still has flour.
That's okay.
How about we each do 2?
Okay, there's 1.
I need another. We'll each do 2.
You can dump one.
Where?
Thank you.
We'll each do 2.
So a lot of eggs. The eggs are going to help make this rise because there isn't any baking soda or baking powder in this.
Usually
salt.
eggs make a lot of cakes.
So the eggs are going to help with that process.
What does that look like? I know it looks like something. Don't really know what that looks like.
I don't know, a bunch of eggs. Okay, so you have 4 eggs and a half of a tablespoon of vanilla. The original recipe called for 4 teaspoons, but I'm going to knock that down just a little bit and just do a half of a tablespoon. mix this until it's just combined. You don't want to over mix this. So do this kind of on a light speed.
I don't know why the eggs are so messy.
And it is going to be thick. Brownie mix is typically pretty thick. If you have a KitchenAid or a stand mixer, if you want to do this with your paddle attachment, that would work as well. Alright, so we've got our brownies all mixed. Okay, now what we need to do is take a 9 by 13 inch pan and line it with tin foil. So I've already done that.
Why do you line it with tin foil?
It's going to help so it doesn't stick.
Doesn't
Okay.
the spray help it?
That too. But we're doing a double on this one. Okay, so you're going to spray the foil as well. And then you'll take your brownie mix and spread this evenly in your pan.
I don't know. Okay. Okay, the kind of looks like a little bit like
Okay, so we're going to bake this at 350 degrees for about 30 minutes. Check it at 30 minutes and kind of, you can do the toothpick check to see if it's all dry when you pull your toothpick out. It may need a couple more minutes. We're going to check ours around 30 minutes. Just going to evenly spread this out. These brownies do get a chocolate frosting too, so we'll make that after this comes out of the oven. We will see you back here in about 30 minutes.
Welcome back to Ms. Carlson. Our cake is finally out of the oven, out of many iPad deadness.
Okay, so after, it took about 32 to 33 minutes before I pulled the brownies out of the oven. Then we removed the brownies from the pan by simply just pulling up on the tin foil.
Oh, that's why I had
Yeah, and then we just set it on a cooling rack and let this cool for about 15 minutes. So now what we're going to do is make our frosting for these brownies. They're still nice and warm. You want to spread the frosting on while they're still warm, but not hot.
Not hot, then
Right.
bring your hands to that.
Yeah, so what we're going to do is add 1/4 of a cup of butter to this. We need 1/4 of a cup of cocoa. So we're making chocolate frosting. Right. Okay, 1/4 of a cup of cocoa. 1/4 of a cup.
Coco the movie. Cocoa beans.
1/4 of a cup of milk. And 3 cups of powdered sugar. Just going to mix that up and then spread it on top. So I'm not going to do quite 3 cups. Well, just under 3 cups will be fine. There's 1. And oops, 2. Making a mess here. And 3. So around 3 cups of powdered sugar. Then you're just going to mix that up with your mixer. Now this is pretty thick. If you want this to be a little bit
It
thinner,
looks like chocolate whipped cream. Have we had chocolate whipped cream?
I'm gonna add another tablespoon or so of milk to this.
Haven't we had chocolate whipped cream before?
Yeah. That looks like a little better consistency. So just added an extra tablespoon.
It looks like an art world around.
Yeah. Let's scoop this out with a spoon. We're just going to spread this over top of our brownies.
Then you cut, and after it's done, you cut into it, eat it, and your brain is washed from deliciousness. Actually, we haven't even tried this yet or not. I don't know if it's delicious or not.
You're not sure. I know this is a new recipe for us. We'll see how it goes. All right, and that's all there is.
Oh, you got some flour on it.
It's powdered sugar.
Oh, got it.
To